Hey folks, welcome back. This is Lucen, and we're jumping back into our game with Nottheim. What is it? I forgot what we named him. The Dark Winter, something like that. Anyway, as for this turn, we cast a bunch of Firebirds, did not find any magic sites. Rig was attacked by a Lesser Horror. Now, who is Yominom on? We got a Lesser Horror here with Fear, 20 hit points, pretty good attack defense stats. But on this side we have Rig. Take a moment. Who do you think will win? It is night, so Rig is getting a defense penalty. And Rig does not have any gear, because I was kind of a Judas and took all of his gear off of him. Who do you think will win? Great cast. Actually, Quicken Self is not horrible. Really, it's not having a magic item that's gonna kind of... Oh, we hit him for 25, but he's at 5 now. Oh, but Rig's morale broke. My only hope... I didn't think it would happen, and I definitely didn't think it would happen to a Lesser Horror. But Rig has passed. Rig's time. Rig, I'm gonna pour one out for you, buddy. You did good work, but your time is gone. We have a battle here. Just very light PD raid, so we're not gonna watch it. Now you can. This does not look like a very intense war. So I just attacked this with some undead and then just killed it. But then down here he has counterattacked. In the province I thought he would, his cap circle. And it was a very low commitment counterattack. He's got one Flagrant Tyrant with, or a Yominom Tyrant, excuse me, with a bunch of these guys. He's got Flying Shield, Fire Shield, Skeletal Body. So this tells us, we'll see what he finishes his script with, okay. This tells me he has Enchantment. It doesn't tell me much about Alteration though. The Skeletal Body's very low. And alteration. So we haven't seen Iron Skin or anything like that, but I would presume he has it. For events, we got some gold. Nice. Fire gems, very nice. More fire gems, +1, and a few others, which I don't care about. More fire gems, +2. Flask of holy water. More fire gems, +2. And then more fire gems, another 2. Oh my god, I don't even know if I realized how good that was first time I looked at this turn. Holy shit. Give me all those fucking fire gems. Okay, we killed the scout. Okay, anyway, this is kind of boring shit. One battle affliction occurred. For those of you who don't know, if you click on anything, if you use your arrow keys, you can just whoop your way through all the events. Kind of cool. So guys, the trap, I don't even know what the trap is or how it's set, but we've got some crazy shit we're about to do, alright? First of all, there's just general game dynamics we need to understand. There's 100 guys here, there's probably 700 guys in here. A lot of these guys are going to be demons, okay? You know, just appreciate that. Where's my... I know somewhere I've got a nature one. Hard to remember what these guys are. But I've got very special things planned, okay? Special things include, but are not limited to, an assassination here on the Tyrant. And I went and tested how this should work, because I have no idea whether a Dryad can kill a Tyrant. And it turns out a Dryad can kill a Tyrant with no gear. Now, if he kits him, the Dryad, and who knows what he's going to kit them with, then the Dryad would lose, probably. And the Dryad doesn't always win. Sometimes the Tyrant wins. What tends to matter is how quickly they kill the fire elemental. I mean, the water elemental. Ice elementals actually tend to do okay, because they have no cold resistance. Though they certainly could cast it, they tend not to. So there's a very high probability we kill him. If we look at his morale, it's going to be, what, a check versus 12 or something like that? It's not very likely we seduce him. I would put it, it's not quite shooting the moon, but, you know, it's very low. Less than 10%, I would say, that he actually comes onto our side. But if you gave me this guy, if the stars align, and not only do I get the Death Air cross path, which I would kill for, like literally kill, because I'll throw a crystal matrix on them and put them in my communions. Not only would I get that, but I could empower this guy and have a cloud trapezing flagrant tyrant. I will roll that 10, if it's a 5% 5% chance, I will roll that every day. But anyway, we're gonna kill him. Most likely. I would say the odds are, if I had to do the odds are 7% chance I seduce him. And he just comes to my side. Probably an 80% chance we kill him in an assassination. And then the remainder is he wins. The other thing we can see is that there's an army here that is led by a tyrant. So that's going to be important. Now, what is my plan? Well, my siege strength is 800. In here, he's got 700 dudes. The siege defense of 700 dudes is going to be about 300. The wall is 250. Now, for those of you who can do math, the amount of damage I'm going to do is 850, or let's say 800 after the battle, or 600. And he's got 300 repair and 250. Basically, there's a very high chance I'm going to one-turn pop it still, when I get on top of it. Now, he could do PD dump plus other things plus surprises, but I'm going to surprise him, I think. How am I going to surprise him? Well, we are going to be moving Tajits and Stalin DLRP. They're going to go along with a turkey as just a fluffing, lightning spitting, Valkyrie storm riding, angry as fuck werewolf stack you've ever seen. And let me explain how this is going to work. I mean, this is so beautiful, guys. It could totally fuck up, but if it works, it's going to be cool. So, you know this deal, right? So we've got, I'm not worried about him doing magic duel. It's just not on the radar for me. If he magic duels and he kills my werewolf, I mean, I'll just let him take all my territory because it would be the most Jedi play ever. So I gotta be careful how many times I do this. And I have avoided doing it in general a lot, but this time we're going to do it. And there's a few reasons for this. One is my turkey is going to hang around and have a much longer script than normal. The reason I believe it will be able to do that is because turn 1 it's going to body ethereal. Now, if you look at it, where is it going to cast? It's going to do HP targeting, and I've got a size 2 turkey plus a size 4 werewolf, and then a size 3 Eagle King. So, the turkey plus werewolf is what's going to be targeted preferentially for everything. So first, these two are going to get body ethereal, and then this guy's going to get liquid body. Next, they're both going to get regen put on them. I'm thinking about it. I think we're actually going to switch and do regen first. I want to do enlarge after. I know it doesn't actually happen, but I'm just superstitious. I'm going to do enlarge after. I'm a little worried if I do enlarge before Iron Warriors comes down, we'll be in trouble. So, in the backline, we need to now catch up with the Eagle King. He's going to be doing Summon Earth Power. He's only Earth 1, but if you put an Earth Gem on him, he can do Summon Earth Power. He's got already 9 Reinvigoration. He's going to be at 13 Reinvigoration when combat starts. 13 is a lot. I'm just going to put that out there. It's a whole lot. And his encumbrance is not going to be this bad. It's only because we're in a swamp at my wherever he is in my capital. Because I got a swamp start as Niflheim. Anyway. So he's going to do Summon Earth Power. He's going to do Stone Skin. Now, the reason we're going to do Stone Skin is I'm a little bit worried about my shock resistance. I only have 17, and with Thunderstrike coming, I'm sorry, with Shockwave coming down, we potentially could take damage. Shockwave, if we look at the spell, is... we don't have research yet, but we'll be getting it this turn. It's range 2, area effect 6, damage is 9+. Now, to cast it, you need to be 2, and we're going to be 4. So we're going to get +2, so it's going to be 11 damage. Now, what does this mean? This means that at shock resistance 17, we are probably okay. But bad rolls will let things through. But we should be okay, because we're going to have 20% regen. I just put this Coral Sword on, but we're going to be at least 27 HP, which is a good amount. When Enlarge comes down and hits us, we're probably going to be 30-something, maybe even 40. No, we're going to be 30-something. Which means we're going to be regening 4 per turn, so we can handle a little chip damage. The only problem is I might knock out my Mistform. Yeah. And this guy with the Vine Shield is going to just be able to go and go and go and go and go. Yeah. So he's going to do Stone Skin. Then he's going to cast Iron Warriors. Now, Iron Warriors is going to follow the same HP targeting rule, so it's going to target these two guys, which is going to knock my werewolf up to a very, very casual... do I have a fire helmet? Yeah, I don't. It's going to knock him up to a very casual... It's going to become 20, and then 20 plus 17, or 17 divided by 2. It's going to be 8 plus 20... It's going to be about 28 protection, I think. So it's not a huge bump, but it's significant, especially when we're dealing with those very hard-hitting Oni. Now we definitely do want to have. I think we're gonna do Breath of Winter a little earlier. Okay. Very good chance Contact's gonna be made on turn 5, so I probably want to get it off right before. The problem, realistically, is we're actually going to get this guy killed. He's not gonna finish his script. Let's not do conservative gem use. Okay, now he's actually going to spend gems so that he'll get through this script without fatiguing out. But yeah, he is going to be at 75-ish, maybe 80 HP. I forget what the math is. I think it's 75. Yeah, I think he'll be at 75 HP. Though I could be wrong. His shock resistance, because we have the acorn necklace on him, is going to be 20. And that's going to be very important because he's going to be getting the shit zapped out of him by the Eagle King, more than likely. How I picture this going is that this guy is going to have units all around him. They are going to trickle in where there's only a couple near the Eagle King. And he's going to be Vine Shielded, so he'll probably be fine. And he's going to just be nuking the shit out of this, so that if there's 700... we're not just going to time out the battle and have it run. If for whatever reason he's patrolling with a few hundred, we're actually probably going to kill them. The second reason I wanted the Eagle King there is because if he's like, oh, I'm going to send a Tyrant in to kill a Scrotty in case he tries to cap me with the Scrotty, which is, I think if you're playing against me, you should assume I'm going to try to cap you with the Scrotty. If he does that, Well, was he expecting to have the shit zapped out of his Tyrant? You know, is his Tyrant going to have shock resistance? I mean, he could, but why would he think to do it? He's probably going to think he's a Jedi already by putting a Tyrant patrolling his capital to deal with Scrotty. He didn't know he had to have shock resistance on his Tyrant because his Tyrant's going to get the shit stunned out of him, because this guy is preferentially going to target Tyrant, I believe. So, yeah. Now, how can this go badly? Well, it can go badly in a few ways. One is the Tyrant could be like a flying Tyrant, and it could jump back here and one-hit kill my Eagle King because I got unlucky. Now, we've got Awe, we've got a Vine Shield, we've got Mistform, which may or may not help against the Tyrant. Body of okay, yeah, and then that could go badly. The other thing that could be happening that could be bad is there's a shit ton of demons out here. And the demons are going to hit for a fuck ton of damage. And it's possible they could pop Mistform. Though with Stone Skin, the way Mistform works is you have to do 20, if it's non-magic, it has to do 25 damage over protection. And in this case, my protection is going to be pretty high because it's going to be basically 14 plus 7. Which is going to be like 21. So you'd have to do like hit for 50 almost to pop it without a magic attack. Problem though is as we nuke the shit out of them, they will become their phantom form, and their phantom form has magic weapons, and so those will actually pop Mistform. So that's a problem. You know, I was going to do Bless, because Bless is going to give me a little bit of HP. But honestly, if I'm going to be doing Enlarge, I don't know if that's going to be the best use. Yeah, I don't think it is. I think we're actually going to do Flying Shield for our last script. But I don't even have Temper Flesh. I feel like Temper Flesh is probably better than... Well, but this is going to deal with magic damage. But the other thing's going to give me fire resistance, which I have none of. And they do use fire things sometimes. We'll do Temper Flesh here. And we're not doing advancing cast spells. This guy also has cold resistance, so we don't have to worry about whatchamacallit, Breath of Winter. This turkey's very, very dead. Now, you may say, okay, that's funny, Lucid, you cap him, but what's so special about that? Well, the special thing about that is that we're going to cap him at the same time we move a huge fucking army into his cap circle. And this army is going to be having all sorts of fun shenanigans, like Arrowfiend, Wind Guide, Grip of Winter. These are red, but they should actually pop once they're in the Communion. You can't really trust those things for Communions. I haven't tested it, but we'll find out. We've got... a solar eclipse coming down, and then flaming arrows. Both of these should go off too, but you never know. For important fights, which I do not expect this one will be, but it certainly could be. He could move a big doom stack, but I think he's probably... Him moving everybody out of his capital, given how conservative he played this turn, I think would be very unlikely. But yeah, we've got Power of the Sepulchre, we've got Divine Blessing, Flaming Arrows, because we're bringing at least 100 archers. Arrowfiend, of course, is going to be super important. Power of the Spheres for our Communion Slaves. I think I have 5 or 6 Communion Slaves. Invulnerability for them, Horde of Skeletons spam. It's just a Dryad that's sneaking in. We're putting extra gems on her, so that she doesn't... And we've got some armor on her, so she didn't die. You know... She'll be banishing demons, most likely. But yeah, honestly, that's enough for that. I mean, he's going to have no research. He's the poorest guy, worst research probably on the whole map. Well, except for some of the nations which have, like, actually been conquered. We've put crossbows on our off-path Communion mages so that they are not going to kill my Communion. I do not have personal regen in here. for reasons. Though potentially I could. I mean, I do have a crystal matrix. We'll see. We will see. The one thing... Actually, I think we're going to do it. Because one thing that could happen if both my... Yeah, we're going to do it. We're going to add home slice to the communion. Okay. What are you going to do, buddy? We're going to put you right here. You are going to be... hold one turn. Then you're going to do... summon earth power. Then you're going to do personal regen. Then you're going to do elemental fortitude. Then you're going to do iron skin. Then you're going to fire. Okay? And that way he hopefully won't kill the communion, but he's going to add all of this shit. So the problem he's going... If everything works according to plan, we are going to be on his cap. We're going to have an enormous army here. And he's going to have to bust out without PD. And it's going to be very annoying for him. Very annoying. What else? We're gonna have assassins moving in. We're seducing here. I've also got another turkey wolf combo coming in here. Just basically to kill the temple. I'm expecting these guys are going to move here. I don't really want to fight them. I potentially could, but alternatively, I could let them take this and then try to steal their tyrant. And that is a wee bit more interesting to me. So I think we're going to go with that option. We have not a ton of logistics, but some logistics where we're just bringing a few hundred skeleton up. There's still a ton of corpses here where we are harvesting them. And you can see we're getting big, beautiful soulless. And we have a fair amount of money. I'm not sure what I'm going to spend it on. I think I have mage recruitment kind of lasting right now. I'm getting a shadow mage here because I think I'm making a Starshine Skullcap this turn. And then with the Robe of the Magi and a crystal coin and the Starshine Skullcap, we should be able to make a Ring of Sorcery. And that will make me very happy. Where is my... Okay, I know there's an Astral 4 lying somewhere around here. Okay, here you are. Do I not? Where's my other Astral 4? I just saw you. They're searching this turn. God damn it. Okay, so I can't do it next turn. It'll be another turn before I do a Ring of Sorcery, because I gotta get these guys home. And I don't really want to waste too many gems on Rings of Sorcery. Final piece of news is, you remember how I was going to attack Basenji? Well, I had been telling Othyrus that I was going to attack him, and Othyrus is like, hey, I'm fine, I'm dealing with the elves fine. Well, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. It is not fine. This is what happens when you're not sufficiently dealing with the elves. He's getting overrun. And I don't really want these guys to be big. Plus, Othyrus has kind of been my boy. So we're going to look out for Othyrus, and I'm going to end the nap with Basenji. I have no intention of attacking them right now. But... if you were Basenji, and you're over here, and you look over here and you see all this shit, and like some of these are actual good troops, and you've got a throne right here, and your capital's, I think his capital's right here, and you know, and I end my nap with you, like you pay attention, you pay good attention. So what is going to happen is... they've had some attrition, they're going to... This guy is going to have to fight to get his stuff back, because I think he's lost a fair amount of stuff. And so just him fighting to get stuff back is going to distract Basenji, and it's going to keep this kind of in a state of equilibrium. I may attack. I probably won't. I'm probably just going to let him... I'll put dryads in places, and he can come get some, basically. But I send him a note. We actually should probably be more explicit. We'll just see. I'm going to let him attack me. I'll be prepared. But anyway, he will be able to issue orders. He'll get this on 41. So he'll have 3 turns to prepare. So that's 41, 42, 43. On 44, we could get the hostile actions. Anyway, whatever. If he comes in guns blazing and kills me, then I'll feel really dumb for doing this. But I actually didn't realize how bad it was over here, because I think if I realized how bad it was for Otherus, like, he's losing stuff in his cap circle, and this almost certainly was his at some point. I probably, I don't know, I'd be more inclined to end this snap, but basically for me, like, I don't have any idea how this is going to shake down with Fulero. I don't know what, he hasn't exposed anything in his hand yet, really, other than an ungeared Fulegran Tyrant, which, okay. But he could have crazy shit planned that I don't know. I could lose a big, huge stack. He's got a ton of people. He could siege me down real fast if things start going south. I would much rather just eat one nation at a time than piss off 2. So Otherus has got me to end my nap with him. Now, he's paid me for this. He's paying me 40 gems. Because I was like, this is what I told him. First of all, I was telling him I was going to end my nap with him just because I wanted to before. But then, which, by the way, if you look, who hasn't done their turn yet? The turn's like a couple hours from hosting. But yeah, I was like, we're going to get the laggards out of the game a little bit. So, anyway, I told him that, and I was like, sorry, dude, I really was going to go after Basenji, but I did a last-minute tilted change of plans, and I'm going to stick by it. And he was like, dude, no, like, you need to do it. And I was like, dude, I thought you said it was cool. And he's like, no, it's not cool. And so I didn't actually realize haven't even really looked at it till I was recording this, like, how not cool it is. It's very not cool for Otherus. So, and honestly, those troops he lost attacking Max Verney, those really have cost him. So Max Verney, your little heroic stand there has actually really changed how the game has played out, because it really put Otherus behind in this war with Basenji. Okay, so what do we have then? Well, he's going to be paying me 40 gems. Okay, so how did I talk about it? I was like, look, if I want to help you like I do, but until I know how things are going to shake down, like, either, like, I feel like I'm winning, or in just, like, 4 turns, once I've just seen what he's going to play, like, what's his hand at least, I'll feel comfortable committing to a war, and I'll just do it for you. You know, because me declaring war is going to take a lot of heat off him. But probably I would want to do it in 5 turns. But in, like, 2 turns, I'll probably know more. So I would feel more comfortable, but I still wouldn't want to do it. But he needs me to do it now, is basically what he told me. And I'm like, look, if you want to do it now, you're basically going to have to pay me for it, because it doesn't make sense. Like, it actually is kind of going to suck for me. And so anyway, he's going to pay me 40 gems to do it now. I told him if he wants me to do it now, he can pay me 40 gems. If he wants me to do it in 2 turns, he can pay me 20 gems. And if he wants me to do it in 4 turns, there's a good chance I'll do it for free. And he's like, no, I'm going to pay you 40 gems for you to do it now. So those are the options I gave him. So anyway, we're doing it. The only thing... Maybe this is not hard enough, because I actually, looking at it, maybe I reword this. I'm gonna say I don't have immediate plans to attack him, but... Okay, so, greetings, Basenji. We regret to inform you that the Council of Nottheim has decided to terminate our NAP agreement to increase our diplomatic flexibility. We feel here in Nottheim that we are quite capable of defending ourselves and do not need these agreements to protect us. So while we have no explicit intention of attacking you, we figure that parchment protection is of more value to you right now than to us. Anyways, we have a NAP 3, that means turn 44 we return to normal relations. So, what I have done here, I tried to reword it a little bit because I think the first message wasn't threatening enough. Like, it's like, hey, I'm not gonna attack you, but I'm ending my NAP. And this, I'm like more vague. I'm like, we have no explicit intention of attacking you, but this offers more value to you right now than to us. So it's not imminent invasion, but it is going to scare the shit out of him, I think. So we'll see. What are the downsides of doing this? Well, the downside is they coalition and attack me, but they're very limited in how they can do this, because these guys are in like a war. They do not want to attack me. These guys, United Nations Junior, I do not think wants to attack me. We have too small of a border, and I think I'm way stronger than him right now. I've got a shit ton of troops on this border. So I don't think he wants to attack me. But you never know. But that's the main risk, is that I'm not actually worried about losing 1v1. Well, I mean, 1v1 because I'm fighting somebody else, but I'm not really worried about him attacking me. If every single one of my neighbors attacked me, that would be bad. I don't see that happening. Like, first of all, Othyrus definitely isn't going to, so this flank is safe. These guys are not going to attack me, so at most I would have these guys and these guys and these guys. And honestly, all I have to do, if anybody, like, whoever attacks me, I just kill some of their armies, and then they'll want to go back to peace. It's that simple. I do need to think about militarizing this border more. I do want to look a little scarier, but not too scary where they're like, hey, we have to deal with it. I just want to look like a little scary. But anyway, I think, especially for 40 gems, I think it justifies ending the NAP with them right now. And actually, I think this message, unfortunately, it's actually hard to take a picture of, but this message I probably should send to these guys so they know, to Othyrus so they know what's going on. It would be nice to get my other hero too. I would like to get the, I forget what is he called? The air, like the eagle Nifljarl, who's a huge badass, a cloud trapezing super combatant. Love to get one of those. We are also getting to the point where I do want to think about doing Illwinter. So let's look at what's the priority of that. I think the priority is get to Alt 7. And then I think I make a run for it. Where's Illwinter? It's not even that far. It's 6. So I think before I go 9, I think we go for Illwinter. Alt 7, which means I got Fog Warriors and Mass Flight. I'm going to win almost all my fights. And Mass Protection. I don't have the elemental resistances. Depending on who I'm fighting, it could be a problem. But Illwinter would be pretty fucking good. So, do we go 8, 9? The thing, how I'm thinking about the timing for Illwinter is there's a few variables to consider. One is there's a very good chance when I put it up, all my neighbors are going to attack me. 2, they could potentially do Second Sun, but nobody's got any fire gems, so I'm actually not terribly worried about them doing that. And if they do, then fine. They're still gonna get attacked by random events and stuff. 3, I want to do it before people start getting research maxed out, because it's going to really slow research. It's going to kill a lot of people's economy. And if you do that too late, it's kind of like your economy doesn't matter as much. So I want to do it still kind of early. So maybe around like turn 55 I put it up. But right now I don't have enough blood economy to really drive it, but I've got more coming in next turn, but I think I only got like 15 this turn or 20. And I don't think I'm going to have enough gems by the time I get Enchantment 9 to do a really powerful casting of Nature's Bounty. Because if I get Illwinter up in Nature's Bounty, it's going to be basically a good game. Because I'm going to have, especially if I take out Boss and G. Because basically, I'm going to have probably like 3 or 4 times the income of everybody when those things all come up. I'll probably have more income than everybody else combined if I get Gifted Nature's Bounty and I get Illwinter up. Because almost everybody's going to take like a 20% income hit, maybe. Maybe it's not quite that much, but it's a lot. Which gets you a lot for a lot of people that will get them very close for income equals upkeep. And then there's going to be unrest generated and other things that are going to really, really hurt. And then on top of that, I would be getting, like, I don't know, triple income. So yeah, it's going to be crazy. It'll be basically a GG, but I got to time it where I have a big enough nature reserve. And I've got oh shit. You know what I didn't do this turn? I've done it every other turn, but I almost forgot. We've got to send our gems to our buddies. Okay. Yeah, otherwise I would have had to do a double payment. But yeah, I think that's it. We are potentially set up to do a killing blow. The other thing I want to think about for the killing blow for these guys is potentially doing Foul Vapors, because I don't think they're not going to have Serpent's Blessing. And Foul Vapors with that many Hellas is just going to be GG. So, if I do it, I'm going to need a fair amount of poison warding, and I'm going to need a fair amount of nature gems. So, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. But probably what I would do is bring a shit ton of nature gems out so we can, and hopefully, what are you guys doing? Fuck this, I need a Nahuli. Do we have any other Nahulis that can probably get there? No. But yeah, if we have enough poison word spam where I can probably get my archers and my mage core. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't even take my archers for going inside the fort. But I would have to have the script ready for the battle outside the fort. But if the battle's just inside the fort... we use some Foul Vapor spam. We kill enough... Like, God, these guys, they're going to get all diseased... I mean, all hurt... And then they're going to have shit morale. They're going to start running. It'll just be a massive retreat. And it doesn't even matter what he's going to have inside. Everybody's just going to fucking run. Yeah. I just have to have a nature random. I think I do. I can't remember. If I don't have it, it's not a huge deal. We can still kill it. We have mass flight. And I'm pretty sure that in darkness with mass flight, we should wreck their shit. But the demons are going to be pretty strong. I'm also spamming Wolven Winter here and here. Have Grip of Winter. I'm not sure if Mass Flight's actually the play, because I've got a lot of archers. If you have archers, you often don't want to do Mass Flight. We'll find out. But anyway, I've got probably several ways to kill 700 Hellet Warriors, but Foul Vapors may be the coolest. Do I have... Who else coming here? Do I... Oh, I hate that I can't send... None of my scouts can actually make it here. Which is annoying. These guys here who could pop out and fight, they're actually going to move up here, and then... we'll probably kill this. Unfortunately, we can't... I can't give the items to him and have him sneak and attack, so these guys are a little limited. But I think that's it. Take care, ladies and gentlemen. I will see you next time.